There are millions of characters in media, be it novels, television, comics, or films, that resonate with people. Everyone has their character. For some, it might be Batman or Superman, maybe Wolverine or Captain America. Others, it could be Sonic the Hedgehog or maybe Harry Potter. Regardless of who the character is, at least one person likely resonates with that character beyond a simple, hey, this is my favorite. Humans instinctively are a communal species. We inherently look for role models, people or characters to look up to, traits that might inspire us. Culture and the person's childhood or upbringing might actually impact this, but for the most part, all humans are the same. For me, that character was Aquaman, and it's not even a question. Aquaman had everything I wish I had as a kid. I grew up with an extreme fear of the open water. Pools and the like were fine so long as I could touch my feet to the bottom, and unfortunately, this largely stemmed from deep childhood trauma of swimming. I began reading Aquaman when I was around 11 years old. I started early on with the Golden Age and Silver Age comics from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but unfortunately, I couldn't even tell you what I actually read. It's been so long. But I do remember reading these comics and wishing I could do the things that he could. Being able to dive deep into the ocean and influence an entire civilization and other organisms, being able to face danger with seemingly no fear, to have not just a family but an army behind him, people around him supporting him, his people. I wanted a community just like that. For many, Aquaman is a simple character. He's just a king who can swim deep into the ocean and speak to fish. That's literally what some people know about him. Unfortunately, that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of this character. Aquaman, or Arthur Curry, is a deeply complex character, and this complexity largely stems from the origin of his birth. The largely accepted canon being that he was born to Tom Curry, a human lighthouse worker, and an Atlantean queen named Atlanta. Because of this split in origin, he's both a human and an Atlantean. But also because of this, he is both, but not fully either. He is a half-breed. Arthur often has a lot of pressure put on him by both sides, human and Atlantean, and these sides often pull him in opposite directions, demanding things of him. In most runs, he has to kind of suffer the consequences of this. He wants to be included in both sides of these family. Well, not always family, but he wants to be included in both of these sides, both the human side and the Atlantean side. He wants to be immersed in his cultures. Unfortunately, both of them pull too much. In most runs, he also usually doesn't want to be king of Atlantis. He never wanted to be responsible for tens of thousands of lives. Yet despite this, he tries his best. Every single day, he does his utmost to try and protect the people he cares for most. He has an entire empire that spans 7 seas that he must overlook, yet he is also expected to protect the surface when those people call. Could you imagine a vast ocean that is under your purview, the lives of thousands and thousands of Atlanteans, billions or even trillions of organisms that live beneath the sea, the environmental impacts that humans cause, from oil spills to pollution, all of these things that he has to worry about, and sometimes even mythological beings that might attack the sea or even Atlantis itself, and yet he is expected to answer the call when he is needed. Whenever the Justice League or maybe even the coasts along the sea, whenever those people need him, he's expected to answer that call. All of this pressure usually builds, and it causes resentment within Arthur. It causes him to push people away. Oftentimes, he enters an almost constant state of burnout that sees him shifting through life, hoping he is doing the best he can, but unfortunately, he is only one man, and the people around him often have an extremely high expectation. This causes relationships to deteriorate in almost every single run he has ever been featured in within the modern age of comics. That amount of pressure would cause even the earth itself to crack beneath its weight. Yet time and time again, he rises to the occasion, doing everything he can to make it right. He might not be correct, he might not be doing everything the right way, but he is honest and he does his best. In my opinion, that is heroic in and of itself. Arthur Curry, in my opinion, is the most heroic person amongst the DC lineup. He does his duty as king, sure. He is a father and a husband to Mara and their daughter Adrena. Well, I guess depending on the run, he might have a son named Arthur Jr. or some other child, or perhaps not a child at all. He has an entire kingdom to look after. He is a man who takes his job seriously, sometimes to a fault, and he rules with both a firm fist and a soft breath. Yet no matter how many times he is pulled in both directions, the surface and the deep, he answers that call, each and every single time. There are other characters who have split personality. There are other characters who have split responsibilities. Green Lantern comes to mind, Wonder Woman, and the Amazons of Themyscira. But Aquaman is unique in the sense that he is the leader, and oftentimes the only one strong enough or capable enough to save his people. The Green Lanterns have an entire police force, and the Amazons are often demigods, though, once again, depending on the run, they may not be that powerful. Regardless, I hope I've done at least some justice for Arthur, for how much he has both influenced my childhood and my adult life, as well as made me fall in love with superheroes as a whole. And I genuinely hope that this video, in some form, has influenced you to at least check him out. I promise he is more than fish talking and swimming fast. He is a political figurehead with so much on his plate, yet he does what any good king should. He steps up for his people and the world to make it a better place. To Aquaman, my childhood hero.